Should employees still be giving companies 2 weeks notice when employers are now not honoring notice periods anymore for people that honorably put in their time when they're leaving to go to another company? So what are we talking about here? Now, there's a very common practice that has originated the last couple of years where, as someone who has been in HR for over 20 years as a hiring manager, I can't figure this out for the life of me. Where in the world companies thought this was a good idea? So now when people go in and put in their 2 weeks notice, the company goes, okay, they ask a bunch of questions as like they're like very hurt. And they're like, well, why would you leave? Like, what's better out there than us? Like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to take our clients? Instead of having the attitude of being like, oh, okay, well, if you found something that's a better fit for you, we absolutely wish you the best. We're really sorry to see you go. Like, is there anything we can do as a company better from now on for other employees that are here to make it a better working environment? Which should be the attitude that they have. Then what happens? You go out of their office, you honorably gave 2 weeks notice to be able to try to turn things over to other members of the team, hand things off reasonably, be able to get 2 more weeks of pay before you start your new job, and your new job to have the impression that you would leave your old employer in good standing when you left. That's why you do that, because you're a good person and you're trying to do the right thing. And what do companies do in return? They come over to your desk near the end of the day and they go, you know what, Bob? We're going to go ahead and release you automatically as of today. So go ahead and pack up your stuff and this will be your last day. What have they done when they do this? The company, whether they understand it or not, has fired you at this moment. Oh, they say, oh, no, you have a notice in. No. I have a notice to resign 2 weeks from now. I don't have a notice to resign as of today. So you can put unemployment in for that time. But what are they really doing? They are terminating you without cause. And now for everybody that says, oh, well, companies can terminate without will, at will in America. They can, but look at the impression on the rest of your staff. You don't think people talk? You don't think people talk after they leave jobs? Are you kidding? We're a social creature, human beings. So if you do this to somebody, and companies will preface this a number of ways. Well, I don't want them to talk bad about the company on the way out. That's the number one objection. You don't think that if someone is leaving that they have been talking about it to their colleagues for at least 6 months to a year? You think this is just a last-ditch thing that they decided 2 weeks ago? It doesn't take 2 weeks to get a job at another company. It takes months. Like, where in reality are you sitting anymore? That's been going on for 6 months to a year. Next, they'll go, well, it's a security threat. He could take some client list or anything else. If he was going to take anything from the company, do you not think that he would have taken it in the time period before everybody was watching him to see how he acted? Really? He's going to do this the last 2 weeks instead of doing it anytime in the rest where everybody was just minding their own business, going on about their day, doing their jobs? Okay? So if those two objections are defunded bunk, then what else do you have? Well, I don't want him, encouraging other people to leave with him. You, again, don't think he's been doing that the last 3 to 6 months if he was going to go, or that he'll do that afterwards no matter what you say? You can let him go today, but if you let him go in a bad way and don't pay him the 2 weeks of pay that he thought he was going to get to be able to survive on until he starts his new job in good faith that he gave you, now you fired him without cause, he's eligible for unemployment, and now he really will talk crap about you to other people that still work there. He still has all their phone numbers. He still has all their socials. They can still communicate. It's not a dead drop the minute that somebody leaves. Who are you kidding? What have you done to your company culture at this point? What you have done is to say, oh, okay, now that person is telling everybody else they cut me off without paying me my notice period. That person just lost 2 weeks of pay. Why in the world do you think any other employee will ever give you notice again if you've done that? Watch people start to walk into your office, put a letter on your desk and saying, I'm resigning effective immediately. I wish you guys the best. Not tell you where they're going because they don't want you to reciprocity. They want you to come back after them and everything because you're so upset to have to scurry to try to distribute the work and hire new people and train new people that are going to take 3 to 6 months to get up to speed anyway. They're not going to do that anymore. And they shouldn't have to because of how you have acted and how you have put them in that situation. So what can you do if you legitimately think that they're going to talk bad about your company to other staff, or you legitimately think that there's a security threat? Very easy. All you do is you go, you know what, Bob, we do have a practice in place. I thank you so much for giving me 2 weeks notice. You've gone through the conversation to find out what you could have done better as an employer to keep them. You go, we do have a practice in place due to security. Some stuff we have is sensitive. We wouldn't want anybody to take anything with them. So just as a security precaution, what we do is whatever people give for the notice period, we do release them from employment that day, but we pay them for their notice period. So you gave me 2 weeks notice, I'm going to pay you that 2 weeks notice period. So you can go home today, you're still going to get 2 extra weeks of pay from us. We're going to thank you so much for your service, and we're going to say we wish you best that you can possibly do at your new job. We really hope that it's a better fit for you. That is the right thing to do. That is the moral and ethical thing for a company to do. And that is the right thing for a company profitability-wise to do, because now they will have people continue to give notice before they leave. If you don't, companies, you are signing your own demise for not ever having people be willing to give you notice again because of your own actions, and you will be responsible for it. Let me know if you agree and what you have seen on this is true, because I'm seeing this all over, and companies have got to stop it right now. They're going to start to get all kinds of no notice terminations of people resigning on that day, no notice, no preparation. Good luck scrambling with that, companies, especially if they have good relationship with your clients and your customers. And they're out that day because they know that you have a bad reputation for letting people go with either not honoring the notice period or not paying them for the notice period. Let me know if you think I'm right.